Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Soraya. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use some sponges and some brushes to get this beautiful painting that's very colorful, but also subdued, and it has so much movement. I love creating paintings in that manner. So keep watching, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So today I'm working on a 30 by 40 inch gallery wrapped canvas. Now I'm going to show you all the colors that I use at the end, but right now I've got some burnt umber, raw sienna, some Payne's gray, and a little bit of titanium white on here. And I want it to be very dark and powerful looking. So I've got this idea of how I want it to look. And so I'm just going to start with this and work around, see how it goes. This was a dry sponge. I didn't add anything to it. The paint came straight out of the tube, and I haven't done anything to the canvas. I just unwrapped it and started painting. Already I'm really liking all of these kinds of lines, and I'm gonna keep going with it. I really want it to look very abstract. Not necessarily a sky or anything, just beautiful. Beautiful in my eyes, hopefully in your eyes too. That's a little bit of Payne's gray. Yeah, just to add all these lines here. Now stick with me. I know this may not look great, but I think it's gonna look good in the end. And this is a bit of raw sienna. I haven't changed the the sponge. I haven't changed the sponge. I just keep adding colors on top, and when I really want those lines, I'm really pressing hard on here. You see how you get that? I'm going to show you up close. See those lines here? That's just by pressing really hard. So same sponge, I haven't added too much, and you're pressing. Don't forget to go different directions too. You see that? I'm going to add a little bit darker up here with the burnt umber. I really want it to look dark. And then coming into a light. I'm gonna do this in different directions. So I think that for my idea so far is looking good. So I turned the canvas upside down. There is what was up there. It's down there because I turned it around, and I'm gonna work on this side. So I kind of want it to come together. Maybe here or here, I don't know. Very dark here. And as you can see, the Payne's gray and a little bit of white. I'm gonna leave those lines and keep pressing. Doesn't have to look exactly the same as the other side. And when I just want to cover, I'll lay it flat. And just, you get a nice smooth finish. But right now, I want to have some more of those lines. Again, I haven't changed. I'm still using the same brush. I keep wanting to say brush, but it is a sponge. It is a normal kitchen sponge. You can see the scrubby part here. I get these at the dollar store. I wash them. This was an old one. I let them dry. And then I start painting with them all over again. If they get kind of crusty, then I give up on them. Just adding kind of lines just by laying it flat. Squeezing a little bit because I don't want the width of it to be so wide. I want it smaller, so that's why I'm squeezing it just a little bit. I've done lots and lots of tutorials and really beautiful, if I say so myself, some skies and cloudscapes. You can create incredible skies with just this. Like, it's incredible what you can do. So I discovered doing this on my own many years ago. I was painting, trying to figure out how to cover something faster, cover a painting faster, and the idea came to me to use this. I'd never seen anybody do it. I'm sure I probably was not the first, but I just went ahead and started using it. You could see how many other ones I have. Okay, so again, this is the same sponge, and I'm just keep adding some white, so it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. I'm really liking the way this looks right now. Little amounts each time. I want the paint to be dry. I don't like having it wet. It makes it harder to work with, so each layer is dry. It's because I only use a small amount. Okay, I like that a lot. So I turned the canvas around again. This was the one I started off with, and I'm going to add a bit of the white around this area as well. And I think I'm gonna add a different color after this. Let's just see. Okay, so this is going to be a bit scary for me. I'm adding a bit of Payne's Gray, Ultramarine Violet, and Titanium White. And I think I'm going to go in a different direction. Maybe start up here and have it come together. Or maybe beside it. Okay, I had to think about it, and I think I'm going to keep this right here as the focal point. So everything is going to come towards this point, and I'm going to start with the colors underneath it. And I've got those 3 colors I told you about. And light touch here. So I'm going to continue with the same colors I just used here and just bring it from here. See here. Okay, so I got a fresh sponge. It's old, obviously used, but it's dry. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of titanium white. So I added a bit of titanium white and light blue. And I'm going to just do a little bit down here. I got a fresh sponge because I want pure white on it. And I'm going to put it right here. Okay, I might regret this, but I'm going to put a bit of burnt sienna. I'm going to do it right here. Just to have something very different, and it's on its own. Let's see. Okay, so I think I should have mixed it. This is a bit of azo yellow. So just to give it a bit of different. I decided to add a bit of cadmium red hue onto here. At the beginning, a painting really needs time to develop and kind of guide me where it's leading. I have my ideas, but sometimes just the way the paint is put down or the colors are coming together, I get different ideas, and the painting itself tells me which way it's going. It doesn't look great at the beginning, but it will. In the end, it will. I promise. Okay, so I mixed up a bit of dioxazine purple with the Payne's Gray. And I'm gonna do that. A little dark color right here. Oh, I like mixing those colors. Let's see. Just added a bit of titanium white there. This dioxazine purple is gorgeous. I love this color. Abstract art really is whatever you want it to be, whatever you want to see. And so it's up to you what colors. And when I find that when you don't clean your sponge, you get these gorgeous combinations. Sometimes there's no choice, but you have to because it's just too muddy. But lots of times you get these gorgeous color combinations. Oh, I like that a lot. And if you don't like what you're seeing, you can always cover it up with some more paint. I know it takes time, but each time you learn something, right? I don't really see it as a waste of paint or a waste of time. In that particular painting, it needs what it needs. And so I just keep going until I find that I'm happy with the painting. And, you know, by covering it up like this, look at this combination. You get these gorgeous, gorgeous, look at that color. It's absolutely beautiful. You get beautiful color combinations, so I like that. Continue with those same color combination that I just used. And maybe get rid of some of this. Put a little bit more of Payne's Gray. I want the painting to have lots of interesting areas to look at. I want to work on this area a little bit. So the other new sponge that I used to create the focal point, I'm going to use that. To clean up that edge. If you establish a focal point kind of early on, you can figure out the direction that you want the focus to be, obviously. And I do like for it to be always a nice focal point, and that looks to be good there. Decided that I'm going to add a bit of burnt umber with Mars Black. I'm a little bit nervous about this because it's gonna be dark, but I think it needs it. Super dark, I love that. Add that same color that I just used, the burnt umber and black up here. Maybe not as much. So with the same sponge, I'm just added a little bit of white, and I'm gonna lighten it up just a little bit. Ooh, love, love, love. Love the way that looks. And I have the brush that I used up here, so I'm just gonna go back. Haven't added any paint, just what was already there. Just to get a little bit of that color back over top of it. Going back with this area with a little bit of the titanium white. Maybe starting over here. just to kind of clean up those edges a little bit. Just filling in these holes with a bit of white just to brighten it up a little bit. Give it some interest. This is one of those areas where you think you can just start to panic because, oh my goodness, what have I done here? It's so dark. But don't worry, try and relax about it. It is just paint. You don't like it, you can lighten it up, you can go over it. Sometimes the mistakes, in quotes, end up the most beautiful part of the painting. Clean up, I don't like this peak here. I think I'm going to keep this upper part very white. I'm just going to do this. I decided to add this just to give me a better base to work with. Give yourself permission to go with the flow. Even though I had a plan and kind of a vision of where I wanted this painting to go, sometimes because of how you're painting or how you're feeling, the colors that you're using, the combination, things change, and that's okay. Just go with the flow and it becomes easier, I promise. Okay, I'm finding that even though I really like this area, with the way it's balancing off, I don't like it to be so big, so I think I'm going to cover up just a little bit of it. I mean, I feel sad covering it up because it's really beautiful, but I'm going to do a little bit less here. Go with my gut. Still doesn't look right to me, and I hate losing it, but I want it to look a little less boxy than it does. So I'm just gonna pare it down like this. So I'm going to be working with my brush and just adding kind of highlights. I do love having that contrast of the blue against the yellow and orange colors. What at the beginning seemed to be a mistake, put too much of one color or the other. Over time, when you're working on it, things get toned down and it works together, and it turned out quite beautiful. In these small areas, I just decided to change up brushes for something a little bit smaller, obviously. And just adding the same color that I'm using here, yellow, the red, a little bit of white. At this point, when you're painting, it is up to you as the artist to pick out areas that you want highlighted, that you want to emphasize or maybe de-emphasize. These dark areas I'm finding are fun to put some kind of lines in them. Let's see how they look once I stand back, and I do stand back quite a bit to see the overall. Sometimes you get lost in the detail of it, that you forget to see overall, how is it working for overall. I need to be able to stand back and take a look, because this is the point where all these details give you all that interest. I am just mixing the two colors, the cadmium red and the azo orange, and then just adding them here to whatever area I see that I think would look good. Since Since I added some of the orange and red along here, I'm going to add some along here as well. Just trying to, small amounts, nothing major, just to balance it off. I'll lighten up some of this area as well. Even just doing that is good. It adds that color. But what I'm going to show you is I'm going to use a little bit of the ultra matte medium so that the paint, you can see through you can still see underneath all of this. So you put it on with that, you can still see what's on underneath. You're just changing the color up on top a little bit. I just put that on top of the brush. I'm going to continue on adding the red and orange down here. Well, that's a bit much. This paintbrush was just sitting in water, so just easy enough to wipe off. Okay, start that again. A little less, lighter touch. So there is a lot of thought and detail that I think about while I'm painting. Overall, I look at it and see how the composition is working out. And I do put a lot of time into the paintings. I will obviously edit it out so you're not looking at what I'm doing for 5 hours today, 8 hours tomorrow. It's just too much for a video. So I give you the highlights as much as possible, but I spend a lot of time making sure that this painting will be purchased and loved and by someone and appreciated for the amount of time and energy that went into it. If you haven't done so, I have links to where I sell my art. I also do commissions, so I'm busy and I love it. And this is looking pretty good now so far. I like the way this red and orange is picking up from up here. And I'm probably gonna have to go over some of this again, but that's okay. And some of these white areas I'm finding a bit too white. I'm just gonna narrow them down a little bit. And having some of that color coming out from behind. And this is just yellow. The azo yellow. See, this is reminding me too much of like some kind of a volcano exploding. So I'm gonna get rid of these lines. And have the base of it work for me. I don't want it to look menacing. Sometimes you have to do that, just for the sake of the composition, for how you want the painting to look. Even though a certain area looks really good, you have to sacrifice it for the better of the whole painting. I've had to do that many times, cried my silent tears, but it's worth it in the end. Okay, I'm not liking this straight line, so I'm gonna soften it up. The canvas is bouncing around a lot. Needs to, just a little bit of water in the back will tighten it up, but I don't want to stop. But that's what you're hearing, this knocking. I'm finding that there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of colors, and they're like kind of blocks. I don't like that. I was trying to get different color combinations, but I'm going to smooth this out. I like this red down here, the red-orange, so I'm going to leave that. I think also there's a lot of movement to this painting, so a little bit of an area where there's not a lot going on is good for the eye to rest on. I don't have to get rid of everything, but because I like certain areas here. Still have a little bit of movement from some of the lines, but that I find is better. This area too can do with a little bit more of calming down. I'm going to get rid of some of these swirls. Just adding detail here.
It's the addition of all these details that really make a painting stand out and draw the viewer in, and that's what you want.
Okay, I've been working on this, but I think it has to go the way of this. It's just not fitting into me with the rest of the composition here, so I don't, I think I'm gonna just get rid of some of it, not all of it. Still maybe want to see some of that red and orange. It's hard to get rid of stuff after you've been working on it and you've spent some time on it, but when I stood back, as I often do, I've said that, I just didn't like the way it was looking. Now's the time to do it. When something keeps bothering me, I know it's not right. So I gotta change it up. And more often than not, I'm right for myself anyway. Some people would have said, oh, you could have left it or whatever, but to me, it needs to be done. I need to feel good about what I'm doing here. And I'm just gonna fix that up, and that's gonna look a lot better, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna work on tidying this up. My battery is running low, so I might lose you, but I'll charge it up and I'll start again tomorrow. It's been a long day already. I'm gonna try and finish this before I have no battery left. So this is just the light blue. And my brush was just a little wet, so that's why it's flowing very easily. I'm just using the edge of the brush. And it already has purple, so I don't think I have to add any more purple.
Okay, so it's the next day, and what I'm thinking of doing is changing up quite a few little things. Especially over here, I'm going to add some white. This one here, I'm going to reduce. I think it's just too much of a white area here. and a lot of other details as well.
As I'm doing this, I'm thinking that maybe I'll just get rid of this whole section here. But I'm gonna just do this and see how I feel about it. I don't mind it coming through this white area here. So I'll see. I'll let it go for now, but I think that's causing a lot of attention, bringing a lot of attention to it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it and it's causing too much attention here. I'm just going to wipe it out, and you can see some of the color underneath, which is good. And yeah, I like this better. I think it's working better with this part here now. Same with this area. I'm gonna leave some of it here, but this part here I think needs to come down just a little bit. Just lay my brush flat. Kind of going over. I don't mind seeing some of that kind of beigey color. There is some up there on the other side, so I don't mind it. Just need a little bit more up here. I decided to switch up to this 1-inch brush. Just makes it a little easier for nice straight lines. And if you wiggle it, it gives you nice more organic of a shape rather than just a straight line. This seems to kind of just stop here, even though I like all of this. I'm gonna add a little bit more to it. Go back in here and add a little bit more of the orange and red. Still not happy with this area, so I got a little bit of white, but the brush is pretty, not very wet, but it is wet. So it's depositing paint, but more kind of very diluted is what I'm trying to say. It's very diluted, and I like that look when it's kind of like ghost-like. It's there, but it's not pure white. Okay, so I started off with a 30 by 40 inch gallery wrapped canvas. I did use a little bit of the ultra matte medium, and I used dioxazine purple from Liquitex. Liquitex again, Mars Black. Liquitex Burnt Umber. Liquitex Raw Sienna. Pebeo Studio Cadmium Red Hue. And Pebeo Studio Burnt Sienna. Amsterdam Azo Yellow. Amsterdam Ultramarine Violet, Pebeo Studio Payne's Gray, and Artist Loft Light Blue, and Artist Loft Titanium White. And a bunch of sponges and some brushes. Okay, I think that's it. I can't see anything else that I would want to change. I'm gonna live with it for a couple of days, maybe a week, just to see if there is something that starts bugging me. But I do like it. I love it. I love all of this color glowing out of it. Now it kind of reminds me of a volcano. I did not intend that, but it kind of does look like that to me. But so much detail. Color, layer on top, layering color on top of color just makes such a difference. And then there's so much detail. I worked so long on this.
Now I'm going to show you what it looks like vertically and let me know which way you like it better. Okay, and this is how it looks vertically. And I think it's beautiful this way. I think it works. Here's the focal point. And then when you step back, wow, big impact. Let me know which way you like best. I've got up close images coming up, and click on the link you see now to see more of my sponge paintings.
I hope you enjoyed watching this painting tutorial and you got a lot of information from it. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. I appreciate it. Thank you.